Because I've been learning Japanese so fast, I've had multiple comments asking me to show my exact routine. So here it is. I'm going to show you my exact routine, very detailed to learn Japanese. And if you copy this routine, you're going to make really, really good, really fast progress as well. All right. So here it is. A couple things to keep in mind. Number one, I care about my reading ability. If you do not care at all about your ability to read and you just want to be conversational, I would not recommend this routine. I'm going to make another video in the future with a routine that does not involve reading. But if you care about your reading ability, then this routine is going to be for you. If you don't care, then you should probably just stop watching this video because this routine is not going to be for you if you don't care about reading. So step number one is going to be kind of like the hardest step. You want to get sentence flashcards with audio, okay? The cards have to be sentence cards. You can't just do individual words because you're not going to have good retention. It's going to be really bad. You're not going to learn the context of the words. So that's not going to be good. You need a sentence and you need to have audio accompanying. Because if you don't have audio accompanying, then what you're going to do is you're going to make bad pronunciation habits in your head and you're going to have less overall stimulus coming in. And so there's going to be less neural pathways activated, which could potentially be lower retention. Okay, so you want audio on the cards for sure. If you do not know how to get sentence cards with audio, there's many ways to do this. You can make your own deck completely for free using Language Reactor and Anki. Search up Language Reactor Guide or Anki Language Reactor Guide, and there's plenty of videos that are going to teach you exactly how to do it. I'm not like a tech teacher channel, so I'm not going to do that, but you can look it up. It's very, very simple to do completely for free, right? The only thing you're going to want to make sure is that the cards that you add to your own deck, there's only one element that you don't understand. So don't add cards that you don't know half of what they're saying, right? Only add the card if there's one element, usually just one unknown word in that sentence, or maybe even one grammar point that you don't know in that sentence, okay? So that's what you're going to want to do is have a deck of flashcards where all of the cards, there's only one unknown element in each card and you have audio and it's a full sentence, right? If you don't want to make your own, because it can be a lot of work to add 10 cards a day over and over again, whatever, then you can find a pre-made one on Anki. There's a lot of really good Japanese decks that have this on Anki. They're completely for free. You just search them up. Search up like best Japanese Anki decks on Google. You could find one for you, all right? So you don't even have to worry about it. So those are two completely free ways to do it. I, however, chose to pay for Migaku. Even though there's free options, I chose to pay because this is pretty much the best I was able to ever find. All right. So if you want to do exactly what I'm doing, which I would recommend, you can pay for Migaku and get their Japanese Academy course. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just telling you the service that I use because I really like it. So this is the way that I chose to get my sentence flashcards in Japanese. Okay. Next thing is how many cards per day should you do? I'm doing 40 cards a day right now, and I've been kind of sustaining around 40 cards a day-ish for the past couple months, but that's very, very intense. Just for reference, I've been doing around an average of 4 hours of Anki per day, which is a lot. It's a ridiculous amount. So if you're 3 to 4 hours-ish, right? So if you're not willing to put in that kind of time doing flashcards, I would recommend just going with 10 cards a day. 10 cards is like the gold standard. That's what people typically recommend, and that's where people get the most results in, where you kind of get the sweet balance of being sustainable and being able to keep it up, but also you're getting a substantial amount of progress because 10 new words a day is a lot. So I would recommend 10 cards a day, but if you want to do exactly what I'm doing, use the Migaku Academy and set it at a pace of 40 cards a day. That's exactly what I'm doing, okay? So now I'm going to get into the process of actually doing the cards, right? Which is probably why you're here and why I have this card thing pulled up right now, right? So honestly, it kind of depends on your current level in the language to determine how you're doing the cards. So when I first started doing this method a couple months ago, I basically knew nothing, right? Like pretty much no Japanese. So when I would do these cards, I would read the card in its entirety. And then if I understood the whole thing, I would pass it. If not, I would fail it. Now I have so many reviews, like sometimes 200 plus reviews per day, and it gets really overwhelming. So now, currently, what I do, since I'm at this level where I can understand a lot of the kanji, like pretty much every kanji on this card right here, I understand it pretty much instantly, right? And so because I'm at that level now, and I'm not like a complete beginner anymore, I only base my card pass fail on the target kanji, on the target word. So the target word on this card is hahaoya, right? So I was able to understand that. So what I'll do is I'll first look at the target card or the target word and see, do I instantly understand that? In this case, yes, I instantly understand this. So then I won't even waste my time reading the rest of it because the rest of it I already know. I will just play it. So that's perfect. I instantly understood the kanji, so I flipped the card. And the reason why I flipped the card was not to view the definition, but I flipped the card so I could hear the sentence. Now, if I understood that sentence effortlessly and the whole thing was just easy, I would pass the card. If I did not understand that entire sentence effortlessly, I would listen to it again. And so the reason why I listen again is because I know every word, because each word in this deck was taught to me from the course previously. All these words like byoing, jikang, these words were in the deck previously. So I've already passed those cards previously. So I know these words. Alternatively, if you make your own deck, you're only adding cards where you understand everything but one thing. So you understand it, right? So as long as you're able to recall the target word, you should be able to understand this entire sentence. If you don't, then you just need to listen to it again. So we'll listen again. Okay, so I was able to understand that pretty much instantly and effortlessly. So I move on. Next card. Okay, so I'm looking at that right now, and honestly, I cannot instantly identify that kanji. So what I do when I can't instantly identify it, like the last one was just super easy, right? I can't really instantly identify it. So now I'll start from the beginning and read it and hope that the context will kind of help me recall the meaning of the word. So I'm going to read this, and I usually don't read it out loud. I usually just read it in my head because I always listen to the audio. So even if I read it in my head slightly wrong, the audio will then play and kind of correct my own internal model of the language. So because I'm doing this like on YouTube, I guess I'll read it out loud. Watashi wa kodomo no something no tame ni. So I know that this kanji is something related to education. Now, since I can't really figure this out just from this alone, I'm going to read the rest of the sentence to see if the rest of the sentence will help me remember what that word means. So because I failed this card, I'm going to go ahead and fail it. But before I fail it, now that I actually understand it, right, like I know what the word is, I'm going to listen to it again to make sure I understand the sentence effortlessly. So, okay, so I understood that pretty much effortlessly that time around. So I'm going to go ahead and fail the card. We need to come back to that one. So here I just instantly understood uma. So I'm going to just continue, let it play out. Can't identify this immediately just by looking at the kanji, so I have to read the entire sentence. So I got that wrong. So now I'm going to listen to it one more time. Make sure I instantly understand the sentence the second time around now that I know the definition and the reading. Okay, got it. Instantly understood. I'm going to fail the card because I had to look it up. And so that's like my process in terms of doing the cards, right? So now you kind of get a good idea. I gave you like a wide range of sentences. Some I was able to just look at the kanji, instantly know what they mean, listen to the audio, instantly understood the sentence, pass the card. Boom, nice and simple. Spending only like 2 seconds on the entire card, really quick. Other times I have to read the entire sentence. That way I need the context to kind of get an understanding of the kanji. But once I get that understanding, I'm able to read the kanji properly, understand it in context, listen to the sentence one time just to make sure I have the whole thing down. Maybe I need to replay it once or twice to make sure I instantly understand it. Moving on. Other times I don't know the kanji. I read the whole thing, still don't know the kanji. What I'll do is I'll flip the card over, get the meaning, and then I'll listen to it until it's locked in. I instantly understand it. I'll fail the card, and I'll come back to it again later on in the session. So that is my exact process with how I review flashcards in Japanese. That's why I'm able to learn so fast, because most of this process is just me looking at the kanji, instantly understanding it, listening to the sentence, instantly understanding it, and passing it. So only a couple seconds per card, but because I'm doing such a large volume of cards, I'm getting so much bang for my buck with this time. Obviously, there's a couple cards that I'm failing that I'm gonna have to go back to, but because I'm like listening to it and making sure I get it down, when I come back to it, I have a pretty high success rate of when I come back to it, right? So that's my entire card process. There's only one other thing that I'm doing besides flashcard review, and that's of course immersion, right? And because I care about my reading ability, I'm doing immersion with subtitles. So I'm gonna go show you exactly how I do that right now. All right, so next up, we're gonna watch this video. I've never watched it before. What I do is I use Migaku and just kind of watch and look up words as I'm watching. That's pretty much it. I don't add any flashcards because I have a pre-made deck already. So I literally just watch and enjoy and look up words as I need to. So you'll be able to do this with me. I usually just use Netflix. I've never actually done this with YouTube before for Japanese. But here's how I do it.
はい、皆様こんにちは。コミッティ TV でございます。本日は
Bro, these subtitles are horrible. Why is it showing his entire dialogue in one line?
企画街頭インタビューを配信したいと思います。
Okay.
ぜひ、はい、それではインタビューさせていただきます。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
まずお名前をお伺いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
M です。
M さん、はい、M さん夫妻。はい、ありがとうございます。旦那様と奥様ということで。
So, if you're using the Migaku course, this little check mark on the bottom of the subtitle line shows you that this is a word that's in your deck that you haven't gotten to yet. So I always look up these words because that way when I come see them in my deck later, they look a little bit familiar. So I always look up these words. So this is danna, husband. Okay, got it. And then I'll just replay that line. And just so you know, like this, I barely understand it. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm comfortable tolerating ambiguity. So because I don't feel the need to look up everything. I don't know like always what this is and that is. It's fine. I just understand what I can and move on, right?
さん夫妻。はい、ありがとうございます。旦那様と奥様ということで、ご年齢をお聞きしてもよろしい？もうあれって朝から晩までずっ
Okay, so he's saying morning to evening. Got it. I'll mark that as known.
と見れるんですか？もうあれって朝から晩までずっと見れるんですか？
午後の部、イブニングの、はい。
そういうのあるんですね。
はい。午後の部、
Okay, PM. Got it.
午後の部、イブニングの、はい。
そういうのあるんですね。
はい。
いいですね。結
I
構なんかそういうのあ
understand
る
this, so I'm gonna mark that off as known.
んですね。
はい。
いいですね。結構なんか銀座にもね、世界陸上とかで、まあいいっすよね。
Okay,
世
I
界
think that's enough. You guys kind of get the process now. I'll look up words like maybe once every minute or two, unless it's like one of those words that's going to come up in my deck in the future. Then I'll look it up. Overall, I didn't really understand too much of what they were saying, mostly because I didn't really have any context behind it. I kind of just put on this random YouTube video. I didn't even read the title. I just searched for a street interview and I just played it. So I didn't really understand much of what was going on. But when I watch Netflix, I'll watch like an entire show from like beginning and then multiple episodes in. So that way I kind of get an understanding of the context and I'm able to kind of like, get what's going on. But here I wasn't really able to understand much, but I hope it gives you insight into my process. So that's pretty much it. There's two activities that I do. There's my flashcards and then my input, and that's pretty much it. As you'll see, 72% comprehension. Even though it was kind of obvious that I didn't understand that much, I've only been studying Japanese for like not even 3 months yet at this point, right? And so the amount of words that I know has been really, really good, right? So far. And this is native content. This is not learner content at all. So to even like be able to get the kind of gist of native content is still really, really good, like only a couple months in. So if you copy this routine, you will make very fast progress, especially if you've been learning Japanese for quite a while now and you adopt the routine like this, you're going to make very, very fast progress.